Hi there, Jenna here. I thought I would do a little homeschool chat update. I am homeschooling 3 kids, my 3 daughters, and they're in 7th grade, 6th grade, and 3rd grade, but she likes to say that she's in 4th grade. So we call it a 3rd, 4th grade. I thought I would just share with you what curriculum we're using this year and to just give you some encouragement too that you can do this. For you who is feeling discouraged at all, you can do this. The Lord is equipping you every single day. He's giving you the grace in each moment to do this and to homeschool your children and teach them school alongside all the other life skills and family dynamics and prayer. You're teaching them every single day. School is just another aspect of that, another part of teaching them, another part of the learning process for them. So I just want to encourage you in that, and to also say, this has really been like mulling around in my brain a lot, is I think for me especially, I can get very sucked into what is everyone doing on YouTube, and I want to watch all of the curriculum reviews, and I want to see all the latest new things that's going to make my homeschool easier and my homeschool better. That can be addicting in and of itself. And I've realized, especially I just watched one video last weekend that really touched me in the fact of less is more. I keep on adding all of these things in hopes that this one thing is going to be the end all be all, and I'll finally feel like I'm educating my children enough. But then I'm spinning my wheels in a hamster, not actually diving deeply into any of the other curriculum that we're doing that's actually really beautiful and could lead us down rabbit trails and be really beneficial for the learning experience and just our overall family homeschool experience. Instead, I'm like adding more things because I think that will finally make me feel like I'm doing enough for my kids. And she just encouraged less is more. And as I was thinking about that and looking at our curriculum and looking at my kids, I'm realizing that that's so true, that our language arts curriculum is so full in and of itself, and that we don't even take advantage of all of the ways that it's full. We skip over some parts. We skip over geography in the language arts section to do a geography workbook when it's right here already in this book. We don't have to add on another thing and look for another workbook or look for another resource to, again, finally feel like I made it. I don't mean to be holding a pencil, but it's apt. I just wanted to encourage you in that. Someone had DM'd me, a gal, and said, could you share with me your curriculum? And I did, and she said, okay, I feel like maybe I'm overloading myself. Maybe I'm putting too much curriculum on my plate. And that has been the experience for me, that every single subject is ticked off with a resource. And again, I don't quite know if that's going deep for my daughters at all. It might for your kids, and that's incredible. I think the biggest lesson I'm learning is that the Lord has given me these children, and these children are my responsibility to cultivate their hearts and minds, to till their soil, to help them to learn as individuals, not as a blanket experience of homeschool for every kid. I hope this makes sense. I thought I'd share with you our curriculum. I know a lot of people do like separated out grades, but again, as I was just sharing in my DMs with people and sharing our curriculum, I was just thinking we do a lot together and a lot of similar subjects for each one of my kids in different grades, so I can put them all together for you here. And I should have written them down ahead of time, but I didn't. I'll start with language arts. We use the good and the beautiful, which I love. My 7th grader is in level 7, my 6th grader is in level 6, and my 3rd grader is in level 3. We love it so much. It has been such a gift. And again, the good and the beautiful does have geography seamlessly woven into the curriculum, as well as art which I just love. I'm not a big art person. I never have had like a separated out art curriculum. So this is my third year of homeschooling, and we've used Good and the Beautiful for about a year and a half now, going into our second year with it. And I just love that they have this art curriculum within their language arts. I love that it has vocabulary and spelling and grammar and geography and art. It's just so full and such a one-stop place for me to really sit with my kids and do a lot of work with them in one sitting. It's beautiful and amazing, and I love it. My kids have learned so much from it. I am shocked at how much they've learned using the Good and the Beautiful. The founder of the Good and the Beautiful is Mormon, as some people know, and that's kind of a frequent question I'm asked. There's not any Mormon teachings within the Good and the Beautiful curriculum. It is a lot about character, having good character. It does talk about God, praying, that sort of thing. It's excellent, and I love it so much, and so I just want to offer that to you. It's like a 100% recommendation from me. Love the Good and Beautiful. So that is our language art. Then for history, we are doing Beautiful Feet this year. So I got Beautiful Feet for primary, so that's K through third grade, and that's mostly a lot of picture books, which I'm very excited about. We love doing read alouds as a family. My 7th, 6th, and 3rd grader, we all read aloud together, especially picture books. I'm not great at reading aloud chapter books, so picture books are like, I just love them so much. I love stories. That's really what I'm using for history for my 3rd and my 6th grader, is really, again, just like going deeper as opposed to going wide, going deeper into early American history with them, talking about it with them. And then for my 6th grader, I got her the intermediate teacher's guide for Beautiful Feet. Not only will she be doing the picture books with us for morning time, but then later on in the day, she will do her own readers and using the teacher's guide to go even deeper into history. But I was really excited to have this resource to do all together as family time, and then she gets to go even deeper into the concept later on in her teacher's guide for intermediate. So I'm really excited about history. And then science, really similarly, my kids do science kind of together. So my 3rd/4th grader and my 6th grader are doing Journey Homeschool Academy, and they are doing biology, which we love. It's video based, and they watch a lesson a week. They also have a quiz. They have some copy work. They do labs. It's just really awesome. I love Journey Homeschool Academy. I found them a couple of years ago and fell in love with their resource. Huge shout out to them as well. Then my 7th grader is doing Earth Science with Journey Homeschool Academy. She's almost done with Earth Science, so we're not sure which we're going to go to next, possibly astronomy with them. I highly recommend Journey Homeschool Academy. My 6th grader was doing Earth Science with my 7th grader last year. We're not done yet. We don't always like complete every single curriculum every year, so we still have a few scraggler lessons left of Earth Science. Anyway, so she's bounced around, really trying to, again, always kind of find a niche for each of my kids, like what they actually love and how they learn best. And so these videos have been a huge resource. I love them so much. It's very well done. It's very clear. I love all of the workbooks and the copy work, and there's biblical principles and foundations within Journey Homeschool Academy. So it's just been solid and so great for us. Okay, so then we also do typing. I want to say we do typing.com. Might be Typing Club. I'll ask the girls and I'll put a little picture. It's super simple. That's just an everyday thing that they do. The only child who does handwriting specifically is my 3rd/4th grader, and she just does it twice a week. And we use the Good and the Beautiful handwriting. Also love that. It's been really great. She's doing cursive this year, which is really fun. And they're home, so I'll be back to finish this later. Okay, just a couple more things. So for the faith, Catholicism, Bible teaching, Into the Deep, that's amazing. We're doing level 2 this year, and it's geared towards 4th through 6th graders. It can be done independently, or you can do it with your kiddo, or a hybrid of the two. We are doing that as part of our morning time. So just starting with what Into the Deep calls the daily feast, every day, reading into the deep, doing our hymn and prayer time together, then doing history, beautiful feet, picture books all together, and then going into our subjects, history, science, language arts. And then the very last thing, as well as typing and handwriting. Then the very last subject that I haven't talked about yet is writing. So I only add writing for my 7th grader who loves to write. I just started this near the end of last year, IEW. I want her to learn and have the tools to grow even more as a writer, especially because she leans so much into writing and loves it. And IEW has been really beautiful. It's been really cool to learn this technique and way to write, even for me, to learn how to outline and to take various notes off of reading something and then writing your own kind of biography off of that. But that's been great. Oh my gosh, I skipped one. Teaching textbooks for math. That's for all 3 of them. Again, video based. Amazing. Love teaching textbooks. I have a little rule that if they get 90% or below, we have another workbook where they can do some worksheets just to work on that skill. It enforces do well. I want you to do well. Don't just, give something half of an effort, but actually try 100%. If you do 90% or below, that means we need to work on these skills a little bit more. So I just use a little workbook and I say just do 2 sheets on this workbook. So that is all that we're doing. I want to go deep into these things, spend even more time in these resources and curriculums that we're using, as opposed to having a whole bunch of them. I think in another video, I'll share a little schedule of kind of how we lay things out for the day and for the week. That's something I'm always kind of watching how people do. Do they have the magic formula of how to finally feel great about homeschooling and our schedule and our checklists and our blocking and our looping and all of that? When will I finally feel like I've, quote, made it as a homeschooler, or that this is going to work? I think I'm finally coming to the point and realization that it's working as is right now. And I don't need to keep on figuring out the better way to do it. I can just be okay with how this is working for today. And again, the Lord is pouring out so many graces for this exact moment for me to be schooling and teaching my kids. And so I don't constantly need to look for the next best thing or the thing that will finally make me feel good about this. I feel good about it because the Lord has called me to it, and I can rest in that truth and not worry about anything else for today. So that is all I wanted to share with you. I'll do a little schedule update. If you're interested, let me know. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.